In the remote heights of Tibet, China is building the Motuo Dam, a hydropower colossus on the Yarlung Tsangpo River. This river, famed for its wild power and deep canyons, is now the site of one of the world's most ambitious engineering projects. The dam sits at the Great Bend, where the river plunges dramatically, offering a rare opportunity to harness immense energy. Announced in 2025, Motuo is a cornerstone of China's strategy to fuel its cities and industries with clean energy. But this is more than a technical marvel. It's a symbol of China's determination to control its natural resources. The Yarlung Tsangpo flows beyond China, becoming the Brahmaputra in India and the Jamuna in Bangladesh, lifelines for millions downstream. The prospect of a single upstream dam altering the river's flow has triggered deep anxiety in neighboring countries. Water rights, regional stability, and environmental responsibility are all at stake. Motuo is a story of contrasts: clean energy versus environmental risk, national ambition versus international concern. As construction begins, the world watches with a mix of awe and apprehension. The choices made here will ripple far beyond the Himalayas, shaping the future of an entire continent. The Motuo Dam stands as both a testament to human ingenuity and a test of our collective wisdom. Its legacy will be written not just in megawatts, but in the lives it touches downstream. The Motuo Dam isn't just big, it's a super dam, set to generate a staggering 60 gigawatts of electricity. That's nearly triple the output of the Three Gorges Dam, currently the world's largest. The project's cost? Over $170 billion, reflecting the extreme engineering challenges of building in one of Earth's most remote, unstable regions. Massive tunnels, some stretching 20 kilometers, will channel Himalayan waters to turbines deep inside the Namcha Barwa mountain. Motuo's annual output will rival the entire nuclear capacity of France, powering millions of homes and industries. But with such scale comes immense power over the river itself, raising fears about water control and geopolitical leverage. The dam's reservoir and its ability to release or withhold water are at the heart of regional tensions. Motuo is not just a power plant, it's a new permanent force on Asia's map. Its impact will be felt for generations, both as a source of national pride and international alarm. The world has never seen a hydropower project quite like this. The stakes could not be higher. The Yarlung Tsangpo begins in Tibet's glaciers, flowing east before plunging south as the Brahmaputra in India and the Jamuna in Bangladesh. This river system sustains over 1.8 billion people, irrigating crops, providing fish, and connecting communities across 3 nations. Its annual floods, while sometimes destructive, are vital for replenishing soil and supporting agriculture. But as a transboundary river, what happens upstream affects everyone downstream. China's control of the headwaters through the Motuo Dam gives it unprecedented influence over water flow to India and Bangladesh. Both countries have voiced deep concerns, fearing reduced water during dry seasons or sudden surges that could devastate farms and cities. Official requests for transparency have been met with limited response. The river, once a symbol of shared prosperity, is now a potential flashpoint for conflict. The Motuo Dam has turned a natural bond into a geopolitical dilemma. Control of water now means control of security and prosperity for an entire region. The stakes are not just environmental, they're existential. The future of the river and those who depend on it hangs in the balance. The Motuo Dam's impact is felt first in Tibet, where vast areas are flooded and communities uprooted. Previous hydropower projects have already displaced over 120,000 Tibetans. Motuo and future dams could force up to 1 million more from their ancestral lands. For these communities, relocation means losing sacred sites, traditional livelihoods, and a deep connection to the land. Protests, like those against the Gangtuo Dam, have been met with harsh crackdowns, arrests, beatings, and the silencing of dissent. The destruction of monasteries and cultural sites is not just physical loss, it's an erasure of identity. Project planning rarely includes local voices, leaving Tibetans with little say over their future. The benefits of development are touted as national, but the costs are borne by those on the ground. The true price of Motuo is measured in lost homes, fractured communities, and a culture at risk of vanishing. The human cost is as profound as the engineering achievement. The Motuo Dam is rising in one of the world's most unstable regions, the collision zone of the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates. Earthquakes are frequent and powerful, making the dam's safety a constant concern. Landslides, some involving over 100 million tons of debris, have already blocked the river and caused sudden floods downstream. Climate change is melting glaciers at record rates, increasing the risk of glacial lake outburst floods, catastrophic torrents that could overwhelm any dam. The region's unique wildlife and fragile ecosystems face irreversible harm from construction, flooding, and altered river flows. Environmental groups warn that Motuo could destroy habitats found nowhere else on Earth. The combination of seismic risk, landslides, and climate instability makes this project a high-stakes gamble. Building here is a bet against nature's most unpredictable forces. The consequences of failure would be felt far beyond Tibet. The world is watching to see if engineering can truly conquer the Himalayas. China frames the Motuo Dam as a pillar of its green energy revolution, aiming for carbon neutrality by 2060. Hydropower is central to this plan, providing vast amounts of electricity without greenhouse gas emissions. Motuo's power will flow east, fueling China's industrial heartlands under the Sending Western Electricity Eastwards policy. China leads the world in renewables, but it's also the top consumer of coal, building new coal plants even as it touts clean energy. Critics argue that mega dams like Motuo come with hidden costs, destroyed ecosystems, displaced communities, and rising regional tensions. The electricity may be clean, but the social and environmental price is steep. China's energy transition is a double-edged sword, solving one crisis while creating others. The Motuo Dam is both a symbol of progress and a source of new challenges. For India and Bangladesh, the Motuo Dam is a potential water bomb, a tool that could trigger droughts or floods at China's discretion. Control over the river gives Beijing powerful leverage, raising fears of water being withheld or suddenly released. India is responding by planning its own dam on the Siang, hoping to buffer against upstream shocks. China insists Motuo is a run-of-the-river project with minimal downstream impact, but skepticism runs deep. The lack of a binding water-sharing treaty leaves downstream nations vulnerable, relying on China's goodwill. The dam is more than infrastructure. It's a symbol of power imbalance and strategic rivalry in Asia. Without transparency and cooperation, trust is impossible. The river's fate is now entangled in the region's shifting geopolitics. Water, once a shared resource, has become a source of insecurity. Amid grand plans, Tibetan voices are often ignored. For Tibetans, the Yarlung Tsangpo and surrounding mountains are sacred, central to their spiritual and cultural identity. The Motuo Dam is seen as a desecration, development imposed without consent or consultation. Protests are suppressed, and economic benefits rarely reach local communities. Displaced Tibetans struggle to adapt, losing traditional livelihoods and becoming marginalized in their own homeland. The narrative of progress masks a deeper story of cultural erasure and exclusion. True sustainability must include the rights and voices of those most affected. The Motuo Dam's story is incomplete without the perspective of the Plateau's people. As Motuo rises, the future of the Yarlung Tsangpo Brahmaputra hangs in the balance. The dam embodies the tension between clean energy and the need to protect fragile ecosystems and water security. Transparency, data sharing, and a binding water treaty are urgently needed to build trust and prevent conflict. The river's natural rhythm sustains millions. Altering it could have devastating, unforeseen consequences. The world must watch closely, demanding real ecological protections and respect for local communities. The Motuo Dam is a reminder that we all live downstream from someone else. Its legacy will depend on whether wisdom can prevail over ambition. The story is still being written by the river and by those who depend on its flow.